Welcome to another week in September and another week of Toledo history. This time, let's do something a little bit different and look back at podcasting in Toledo. The Toledo area is no stranger to podcasts.
Welcome to Hope, helping other people evolve.
Worldwide, around 2.8 million podcasts and over 67 million episodes exist. The COVID-19 pandemic fueled a massive growth for podcasting, with just over 1 million podcasts launched in 2020 alone, an increase of roughly 700,000 over 2019. 15 years ago, 90,340 podcasts existed, and a study by Edison Research reported only 22% of the U.S. population was aware of the term podcasting. In this 2006 feature, WTOL 11's Jerry Anderson offers a look at those early years of podcasting in Toledo.
Doesn't it seem the airwaves are just full of people talking these days? Talk radio, TV talk shows, talking heads have an opinion on just about everything. And frankly, you've wondered, what makes their opinion any better than yours? Why, you should have your own show. Tonight in my journal, now you can. It's called podcasting, and anybody can do it.
And welcome to the show. I'm Larry Goodman. Thanks for listening. Podcasting is actually an acronym. It's a mixture of two words, the iPod and broadcasting. And what a podcast is an online radio show. It can be of any length, any topic.
From a smallish Central City apartment, Larry Goodman produces a weekly podcast, which is really nothing more than a way to distribute media files over the internet. These can then be played over a personal computer or a portable device, an iPod, for example. Larry's show is simply called My Toledo Podcast, and it's all about local news and his thoughts on issues. Larry's long liked working around computers. He really follows current events. He does his homework, writes a script, and every week kicks out a 5 to 10 minute long podcast. Through the program he uses to distribute his podcast, Larry says he can verify 125 to 150 listeners weekly. All right, not a huge audience, but a start. And Larry expects many more people to join him in podcasting.
Because there are lots of folks who are tired of the MSM, mainstream media.
So have something to say? Maybe it's time we heard from you.
And that wraps up another episode of the My Toledo podcast. Thanks so very much for listening, and I hope to see you around My Toledo.
Larry mixes music and sound effects in his show. You need a podcasting service. Larry uses Podomatic.com. He uses Audacity for his software. And since I understand none of that, I'll just say find someone who does and get ready to talk.
And now, 79% of Americans have heard of podcasting. It's grown beyond just the iPod and changed a bit over the years. If you're interested in theater, you can check out our Stage Door podcast. And for sports, our WTOL 11 sports director, Jordan Strack, has you there. But for history, you can join me next week. Until then, I'm Diane Woodring.